Good evening, bowling fans. My name is Alan Peters. I'm coming to you from Beazleys in Dartmouth, and welcome to Dartmouth Bowling. With me, of course, tonight is your regular co-host, Jack James. But before we get into tonight's show, we have a very special presentation that we would like to make. And what that is that every Sunday morning here at Beazleys on Pine Street, we have a promotion, a competition, which is called a Pick Your Partner. Some people call it a Paul Jones. But the way it works is that it's every Sunday morning at 10 o'clock, and if you want to enter this thing, you come in. It's an individual entry competition, although at the same time you do have a partner for the day. But for the individual, that side of it, if you beat a certain score, then you win the jackpot. And tonight we have with us Brian Jones, and welcome, Brian.
Thank you, Al.
And Brian bowled here last Sunday morning, and to qualify to win the jackpot, Brian had to beat a score of 165, which he did handily. And Brian, you had a great match. You had a 168. We have your score here, and maybe you'd just like to recap for our audience what you had.
Well, I had 8 consecutive marks to start out the game, and anytime you get a good start like that, it makes it a lot easier to, especially in the last couple of boxes when you might need a couple of marks, and you get a good start like that, it just really makes it a lot easier.
You started off with a spare, what, 5 spares in a row?
Yep.
And a strike, another spare, as you say, 8 spares, and great 168. And that, at that particular day, means, Brian, that you won $1,182.
Thank you very much.
So I have a check here for you.
Thank you very much, Al.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What are you going to do with that money now?
Coming very handy for Christmas shopping.
Yeah, it's very timely, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And Brian, do you bowl very often?
I bowl in 2 leagues and in tournaments.
Mm-hmm. So you bowl twice a week?
Yes.
At least? And
yes.
Do you practice as well? Or?
No, not too much.
No. And how many years have you been bowling?
About 10.
About 10?
Yeah.
And how old are you?
25.
25. So you started as a youth?
Yes.
Were you in a youth bowling program?
No,
or?
no, I was not.
No?
My parents got me started, and
Oh, I see.
so I just took it from there.
Good. Where do you live, Brian? Halifax or Bedford? Or?
Bedford.
Bedford.
Yeah.
And I see you work at Selby's and
Yes.
South End, Halifax?
Yes.
So if Brian looks familiar to you, that's who he is. So. Well, Brian, thanks for dropping by today. We really appreciate it, especially we're in the middle of a snowstorm here.
Yes.
So thanks very much for dropping by, and once again, our congratulations.
Thank you very much, Al.
Hope to see you again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
Bye now. Bye.
Well, Jack,
I don't know
was
about
quite
this,
quite
Al.
a game, wasn't it?
Last week he gave away a trip to Florida. We give away $15 on Canards. This week he gave away $1,100. What are you going to give me?
Well, I'm going to give you a tip. Don't bet on the horses.
Don't bet on the horse. That's great, Al. Couldn't have to a fine gentleman. Paul Jones, people, I mean, there's a lot of people that come into the Paul Jones and do participate in that. And to see Brian win it, he's one of the regulars, and I know that the people that bowl in that like to see the regulars win it. And to beat 165, it sounds very easy, but like Brian had there 8 marks and ended up with a 168, so it's not all that easy. Fine Christmas present there for Brian Jones. Al, to get back to this match tonight, we got a great super match. I know these bowlers have been waiting here for a little while. We're going to get right into it. We've got Alma Boyce leading off at, she qualified with a 568. Eileen Graham, I should say, at 588. She'll be bowling second. Stella McLean, that great Halifax bowler, qualified at 589. She'll be bowling third. And Norma Hilchey, I believe this is Norma's 3rd time, Al. I'm not sure. She qualified at 540. Should be an interesting match here. Are you going to pick any favorites?
Okay, I get to pick first.
That's right, yeah.
What are the qualifying scores again there, Jack?
Well, no. I already read them on the air, Al.
Oh, I was only half listening, you know.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go with Alma Boyce.
Alma Boyce is a good pick, Al, and I think I'll go with Stella McLean and Norma Hilchey, but I've been wrong before. Now we get into the men. This is going to be a real good battle here. We got Jerry Harrod qualified with a 630. He'll be leading it off. Mike Venenham at 643. He'll be bowling second. Norm Bennett, I should say, at 628. Be bowling third. And Randy Slomway will be bowling fourth at 604. It should be an exciting match. This is week 7L, so the boys got to make it tonight or come back for one more week, and that's it. And we're going back to the skins game.
Okay. I'm going with Jerry Harrod here, Jack.
Jerry Harrod's a good pick. I know you were looking over my shoulder there, and I think I'll go with Randy Slomwhite and probably Norm Bennett.
Well, how come I get to pick one, you get to pick two?
Well, it's first and second now. We have two.
Oh, I see.
We have two on the show.
Okay. Okay.
All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty here. I know these bowlers want to go here tonight.
Okay, let's get these bowlers up here. We're going to start with the ladies. We've got Elma Boyce and Eileen Graham. So, Elma Boyce, left-hand portion of your screen.
Now, we might remember a couple of weeks ago, Al, that Elma Boyce lost in a roll-off to Carolyn Slomwhite. They got a big strike in the 8th or 9th frame to tie that match with Carolyn, so Alma's going to get out of the chute here very well. Good hit, good action. And here goes Eileen Graham.
Well, on that note, Jack, Elma sort of does deserve a spot here tonight, doesn't she?
So what you're saying, you got a soft spot in your heart for Elma?
Yeah.
Oh, good feeling. It's a good shot here for Elma.
Should go.
Good call, Al. And here's Eileen Graham. Oh, she didn't miss that by much. I might say that she's the good wife of Johnny Graham, who's on our radio station here locally on FM.
This, by the way, Jack, is show number 7, or week number 7, of the Coca-Cola TV Skins Challenge. It's a combined men's and ladies tournament. There's 2 divisions, the men's division and the ladies division. We're having 8 weeks of qualifying. This is the 7th week. 8th week, of course, and after that, we get into the skins game.
Look at this. Could have been a case of Coke. Elma picked up a good 7 on her mark there, Al, and she got another good spare chance here, 2, 4, and 5.
And like you say, Jack, the case of Coke, the first bowler who receives or earns a strike receives a case of Coca-Cola.
There's Eileen Graham. Eileen, I should say, going for a spear. Ooh, just missed it. Ball broke a little sharply there for Eileen, I should say. And a 10.
Good pinning there by Elma. Puts Elma 27 after 2. Eileen, good pinning there as well, and Eileen Graham is 20 after 2. Now we've got Stella McLean and Norma Hilsche.
Well, you know, we got a good mixture here with these ladies, too. We got Elma Boyce from Dartmouth, Eileen Graham from Dartmouth, Stella McLean from Halifax, and Norma Hilsche, she's from down in good old Muscatavit. I know you've been there, Al, and
I was there yesterday, Jack.
Stella McLean just punched out to 2-8. Norma would like to get out to a good start, and a good ball there by...
Good ball there by Norma.
Good shot there by Stella McLean.
Norma wants to spare this up, and does she? Ooh, not quite.
Might say, too, Al, that... oh, there's a 6-box for Stella McLean. You're going to have a bad box, have it the first couple of... Good cleanup by Norma Hilsche.
Jack, you always say that, and I know you think that you're right, but what difference would it make if your bad box is the first box or the 10th box?
Well, everything's uphill from the first box on. If you have a bad box in the last box, it could cost you the match.
Okay.
She done the exact same thing she did the first box. And she will continue to do that until she gets on the front pin. There's a wide ball there by Norma Hilsche. But Al, in this competition, you've got to be on the head pin at least 7 boxes out of 10. This competition is all for you and none for them.
Well, there's not much room for error, Jack, is there?
What a 9 there by
seeing your
Stella McLean.
top bowlers are in this, and this isn't the time to waste any,
That's
any
right.
shots.
And a 9 for Norma Hilsche. Well, I know, Al, if you were leading the match by 5 pins coming home and you have 1 box to go to finish second and you got a 4 box, you lose. Would you feel very good?
Well, not very likely.
Okay, right now we're looking at Jerry Harrod on alley 10. And I think this is Jerry's second time to try this event. Very good bowler. I put him in the top 5 in Nova Scotia. And there's Mike Bennett.
Harrod won, of course, Jack, one of our ATV series, regular ATV shows we have that are on Saturday afternoons. Harrod won one of those competitions about 2 years ago, and That's a regional competition. And I think for that he won a trip to Amsterdam or someplace. But as you say, one of the top bowlers in Metro. Good shot there by Herrick. 10 for Herrick and an 8 for Mike Benetham.
Well, both gentlemen, I mean, Jerry Herrick was on the front pin, Al, and come out with a nice 10. He had a bad split, and Mike Benetham was on the front pin and come out with an 8. So both these guys are very, very good bowlers. All 4 men are. But usually the first couple of boxes, Al, is very slow starting out. And that thump you hear in the background, that's Mike Benetham. He has a habit of dropping his ball. He'll never be called for lobbing his ball. This fellow here is very smooth. Ooh, too smooth.
That's right. I've never seen Herrick lob a ball either, Jack.
And I'll tell you, I must say, these gentlemen look very good tonight. They got their Coca-Cola Red on tonight, and it says Coca-Cola Red on them. 7 for Jerry Herrick, 9 for Mike Benetham.
Well, it's nice to see that, Jack. After all, this is the Coca-Cola TV Skins Challenge, and Coca-Cola are sponsoring this, and it's nice to see that participants support the Coca-Cola colors by wearing their Coca-Cola shirts. I know it means a lot to the sponsors when they see that.
There's, look at this.
There's a good hit.
He's got that, Al.
Should go.
It's gone.
Does.
What a shot there.
So, Randy Slonwhite, he starts off with a big strike.
And he's got a Coca-Cola sweater on, and he wins a case of Coke.
He wins the case of Coke. Norman Bennett should spare this up, Jack. Ooh, way
That's a
wide.
bad misser by Norm.
He had lots of wood there. Ooh. There she goes.
Well, I know Norm was thinking that he did have a good break there. He was off the front pin, but he got good action coming back for him, and he missed that 7-8. So let's see if Norm can come right back here. And he does. I'll tell you, these pins are loose, Al. Here's Randy. Look out for a double.
Oh, double strike.
That's our first one in a long time.
Wait till I tell Driscoll about you.
Oh, my. Randy. I'm sorry, that's Norm Bennett. Those could come back to haunt him. Now, I don't know whether the double strike that Randy Slonwhite really threw off Norm Bennett, because Norm Bennett should be, with 2 spares, he should be 9 over par, and a spare working, he's at an even 20.
He missed 2 easy spares, Jack.
Yes, he did, Nell. There's no question. He knows it. Now, here's Eileen Graham.
There's Eileen Graham.
And she missed the 9-pin break in her second box.
Eileen's 20 after 2. Elma Boyce, she's 27 after 2. Great start. Okay, we'll see what these ladies can do with their number 2 ball. There's Eileen Graham. Good hit there.
Good out. Good shot here for Alma.
Can she spare this one, Jack?
Yes. That looks pretty good from this angle. Oh, a little full. That's a good 10 there for Eileen Graham. Puts her at 30. And also a good 10 for Alma Boyce.
Okay, here's Eileen Graham. She's 30 after 3. Even par.
Well, she good hit there and got a nightmare.
Boyce, 37. Off the head pin.
Well, Eileen started with three 10s, Al, and she's at even par 30, and she's got an awful looking mess looking down here. That's her first ball hit. 4, 7, 5, 6, 10. Tough 10. She deserves a lot better than she got. Alma Boyce, good shot. That's a rough box there for Eileen, and it was a good kingpin hit, or head pin hit, I should say. 9 for Alma boys. Kind of quiet in here, Al.
It is, Jack, isn't it? I guess everyone's listening to the snowflakes outside. Well, Jack, we've got of course, the Canards bowling for bucks tonight. Who did you reached into the drum, and who did you draw out?
We drew out Francis McDougall, 6182 Duncan Street, Halifax, Nova Scotia, B3L 1K2. And I'll just read a little quote she's got here that I like. Now, no offense here, Al, but I do work with Craig on the show, and you're a super fill-in.
Mm-hmm.
Doing an excellent job. I like your comments between the both of you, especially like the Skins Challenge game. So we like to thank you, Francis. We're on the right track here. It's a whole new concept to Beazleys here in Pine Street in downtown Dartmouth. And I'm going to assure you, Francis, you're going to see a lot more of the Skins games, whether it be men's singles, women's singles, or mixed, or even teams. So it's going to be very exciting from here on out. Thank you, Francis, for this lovely letter.
Now, Jack, who do you think's going to be bowling for Francis McDougall today? Right now, it looks like Randy Slonwhite.
Oh, God, he's double strike. We could have a 200 game here on a perfect game on TV.
That's right.
That would make you a millionaire.
That sounds good.
Here goes Norma Hilchey. Good spear chance. Oh, left the 9. Stella McLean, 7 and 10. Good shot.
Okay. Third ball coming up for these ladies. Norma Hilchey was 24 after 3. And she's got some 9-box here, so it puts her 33. And Stella McLean will be 32 after 4. Back to the gentleman here. Mike Benedum, left-hand portion of your screen.
Was a lot of
17 after 2. Jerry Hurt, also a 17 after 2.
Oh, that good hit there by Mike Benham. Left a solid 7. These men are going to fight here for second place. Anytime you start with a double strike, well, I would almost say that Randy Slonwhite's going to finish first, but right now we're looking at Mike Benham. He got bad wood here. Oh, another bad miss. The wood is not that good, but you should at least try to hit the wood to make an attempt. A good try by Jerry Harrod. Bad piece of wood there from Mike Benham.
Yes, that wood was just in the wrong place, Jack. There was nothing he could do about that. Good pinning there by Harrod. Good cleanup. It's Jerry Harrod, 27 after 3. Mike Benham, 26.
Well, we only got one more week to go, Al, and then
we're into the Skins.
Then we're into the Skins, and we're going to give away a lot of money.
You like that.
Of course, you gave away quite a bit tonight, and last week, another good hit by Mike. Oh, tough break there for Mike Benham. He left the 4 and the 10. He's got to chip the 4 over in the 10. Here's Jerry Harrod. That's right. I don't know if they picked that. Oh, good try by Mike. What the people are saying out there, get on the front pin. Hey, you know, one thing about it, Al, all these bowlers know that. I mean, they're not trying to miss the front pin, but they all know they got to be on the front pin.
Well, it's like anything, Jack. You have your good nights and you have your not-so-good nights.
Yeah,
These fellas are having trouble tonight.
I disagree with you there with that statement you just said, because you can't have a bad night in this kind of competition. You got to be up for it, and you got to be with it, and if it means that you got to slow down or you got to change your style or what have you, but you only get one shot here. 2 out of 4 men make it, and 2 out of 4 women make it. So therefore, you got to be at your best. There's Randy, got 5 on 25 in the first box for Randy Slonwhite.
Ooh.
He
chucked that one down here, didn't he?
Another miss there by Norm Bennett. That's his 3rd mark in a row he's missed. Great 9 there for Randy's at 50 L for 3 boxes. That's 20 over par.
It's a pretty good start.
That shows you what a double strike will do for you. And Norman Bennett is at even 30, but Norm knows he should have had 3 marks in a row. But Normie's throwing a good ball. Look at this, another strike. Ooh, shaky 7.
Difficult shot here for Randy, Jack, to spare this up. That would...
Well, it's almost like a single, Al. He's got to hit it on the nose. It's just the same as if the wood wasn't there, so he's got to throw a perfect ball. Another bad miss. First shot that Norm Bennett hit it cleanly, took out the 6 and left the 9. He got the side of the nose.
Pair of 9s for Randy Sloan-White and Norman Bennett. So after 4, Randy Sloan-White 59 and Norman Bennett 39. Back here now to Elma Boyce, left-hand portion of your screen. Elma's 46 after 4, and Eileen Graham, she's 37.
Ooh, nightmare there for Alma Boyce. Right on the nose there for Eileen.
Eileen was right on the head pin there, Jack.
Straight through. This shot that Alma's got it. Ooh, I'll tell you one thing. That was a great shot. She hit it just about perfect. There's an 8 for Alma Boyce. Puts her at 54 for 5. 4 over par. Good 8 there for Eileen Graham. Puts her at 45, Al. Eileen started with 3 10s, and then she had a 7 and an 8. And the 7, she was on the front pin, and the 8, she was on the front pin. So sometimes it says maybe don't hit the front pin.
There you go.
Alma wasn't happy with that ball. She shook her head.
Elma right now, Jack, is the leader at this point.
Well, all 4
and
ladies.
I guess you have to say Eileen is the number 2 position, isn't she?
There's only a few pins separating them, and we are in the 5th and 6th boxes here, so it's a good shot for Eileen. Doesn't look too bad. Oh, here comes the wood. Missed it. Left the sleeper, what we call the 9 pin. Seven for Alma Boyce, puts her at 61. 10 for Eileen, puts her at 55.
Might mention very quickly, Jack, we have a new promotion, corporate bowling parties. They're becoming very popular, and if anyone's interested, please give us a call here at our office, Beazleys, and we'll explain the package to you, but it includes, of course, food and the bowling and the party room, and it's really catching on. It's a great thing. The companies find it's a good thing to take their employees out and see each other in a social environment rather than just the work environment.
Sounds like a lot of fun to me, Al, and you can also make bets, too. If you don't like your boss, you can bet against him, eh?
That's right. You can beat your boss.
Yeah, it's a good betting game, too. A lot of fun. Good try there by Norma Hiltree. Stella McLean, this 3rd ball. She gets a 7. Puts her at 39 for 5.
Bad break there for Norma Hiltree.
Well, you know, none of the women are really setting the world on fire here, Al. And
well, no, Jack, they're not, are we? We've only seen one mark. The Elma Boyce had a spare in the first box. And though Elma is 61 after 6, she's 1 over par. Eileen Graham is 55, but these ladies aren't bowling up to their potential at all.
Sure. They sure aren't, and you know, they only have 1 mark in the ladies, and we only have 2 marks with the men, and that belongs to Randy Sloan, who opened with a double strike.
But I'll tell you, Jack, all these people can bowl, because to be here, they have to be able to bowl, and all of the qualifying for this series was monitored, was all supervised, so they're all capable of pouring it on.
That's right. Well,
okay, we're going back now to Jerry Herrick and Mike Fenneman. These, again, are two guys that just haven't got it going at all, but Harriet's 36 after 4, and Benedum is also 36 after 4. Most unusual, Jack.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, again, most unusual.
Well, and the reason for these two gentlemen to be at where they're at, their first ball is just not on that front pin. I mean, Mike Benedum's got a great chance here. And he hit it on the outside, left the 10. Two 10s. Both gentlemen, Jerry Harris at 46 for 5. Mike Benedum at 46 for 5. So we're really going to, the scores aren't a lot high, Al, unless they really break out here. We're going to have an exciting finish here in the female division and the male division. Exciting match coming home. There they go. That's the kind of ball Jerry Harris left a solid 10. Mike is a little off to the left. From our angle, I don't know if that wood is good right down by the 10 pin now, but we'll watch it here. Here he goes.
Oh.
Another bad miss. I've never seen so many bad misses, Al, tonight in this match.
No, Jack, it's most unusual.
Very unusual. I mean, we're seeing break after break missed. Good 10 there.
I don't think I'm going to make any more predictions on this one.
Well, it's not the prediction. I mean, the pins are falling down there, Al, and I mean, these fellows here and also the females are just not picking up their spear chances. I think I've seen more spear chances missed in this first 6 boxes here this week 7 than I have through the first 6 weeks. I mean, they're all spear chances. Look at this. Ooh, he's thrown a great strike ball there by Randy Schlonwhite. Left the 4 pin. Now we're looking
Randy started off great, Jack. He had 2 strikes, and then he picked up a pair of 9s after that. He's 59 after 4, so he spares this up.
Another miss. Should have kept track of the misses tonight. We could have. Yeah.
Jack, maybe we should stop the tape and start this thing all over again.
Randy Schlonwhite's at 69 for 5. He's 19 over, but he started with a double strike. He got Norm Bennett's at 48 for 5. He has 3 10s and 2 9s, but the first 4 boxes, he should have had 4 marks, and he doesn't have 1. So that tells you how good Norm's second ball is. Now he has a nightmare here, because there's probably the first box he never had a spear chance. He's got the 4 and the 6. He's got a piece of wood down there, Al, and I'd almost play this on the left-hand tip to flip the 4 over on the 6. It's a tough shot. It's makeable. How about that shot? Great shot. He hit it perfect.
Norman Bennett showed his style there, Jack.
I knew you would play that shot there, Al. That's,
Just the way I would have played it, Jack.
That's right. I know you're leaving us. You'll be in Florida.
I know. I don't know why I'm going down there.
Well, you can stay back here and plow some snow.
I suppose. Guess I won't go. Okay, we're back to Eileen Graham here. Eileen is 55 after 6, and Elma Boyce, your leader, is 61. Here's Elma right now.
You know, if Elma can get a mark
good
here.
Hit by Elma. She has a good spare chance, Jack.
Very good spare chance. Tough break here for Eileen Graham. She got the 5, 8, 9, and 10. Little wide. Now Elma's got that 9 pin in behind here, Al. The 3, 5, and 9. See what happens at the 9. No problem. Great shot.
So Elma Boyce, the big spare. Elma has had 2 spares in this match. Seven boxes so far, and she's the only lady that has any spares in this match to date.
That's
so
right.
No wonder she's in first place.
Well, she's the closest female to her is Norma Hiltzy. She's at 51. I'm sorry, no, Eileen Graham's at 64, 7 down. So Eileen would love to get a mark here. She deserves it.
Well, she'll get a spare, Jack. Here's Elma on the spare, picks up a good 6 count. 6, 7, 8, what it's going to be? 6, I guess.
Now, this should be fairly routine for Eileen.
Looks good.
Big spare for Eileen.
Good, Eileen.
That's going to force Stella McLean and Norma Hiltgen to get the mark. And that
Hey,
pretty well put Alma Boyce into first place here, Al, and couldn't happen to her nicer lady. I know her son, Kenny Boyce Jr., has made it, and I don't think I know he's going to love what I say here, the old man has made it yet, but he's also a fine bowler, and that's Ken Boyce Sr. But he's a strong supporter of his wife, Alma, and his son, Kenny. Now, Norma and Stella must get a mark, huh?
if they're going to do anything, Jack, now's the time. They've got to pull out now. They're into the 7th box now.
Here's a good shot for Norma
And
Hiltgen.
both trailing fairly considerably.
She hits the side of that wood. That looks pretty good from this angle.
There.
Great
Nice
shot
going there,
by the
Norma.
Muscadavit Flash. You think she'll like that?
Sure, she
Look at
will.
this
Look
shot.
at that.
Whoa, Stella
Nice,
McLean.
Norma.
Now we're starting to open up here, Al.
Yeah.
Now we're starting
Well,
to
we
get
just finished saying, Jack, if those girls were going to do it, they better do it. And they did it, so. That changes the old game a little bit.
It sure does. That was a great shot there by Stella McLean, and with the mess she had, and Norma Hiltgen also to pick those 3 off to throw the ball, and she's got a good ball. Look at this.
Nice 8 count there for Norma Hiltgen. What's Stella going to get? Oh, not 12. She's going to get more yet. She's going to get 4 count on her spare. Norma Hiltgen has another spare chance here, Jack.
Well, it's a type of shot, Alan. Digging Harris. It's quieter. Way over in all that deadwood. No, I don't think that'll do it. No, she had to go way over on the other side.
Well, you would play it further to the right, Jack, would you?
That's right, yeah. Look at this shot.
Look at that.
Another great shot by Stella McLean. That's 2 super shots here by Stella McLean.
I think Stella was just letting these other gals get ahead of her there, and she was just being a bit of a sleeper. And giving them some false confidence. Okay, we're back to Jerry Harrett and Mike Benedum. Benedum, left-hand portion of your screen. Benedum is 56 after 6, and so is Harrett. He's 56.
Like, these boys need marks.
Well, maybe they'll follow the ladies. The ladies just turned it on, so maybe these guys will do the same thing. Phew, not that way, eh?
This is a tough shot Jerry Harrett's got here. He's got the 3-9. He could leave the 9. No problem.
Good shot for Jerry Harrett.
Mike Benedum is digging himself a big hole here. He's at 63, and he's only 2 pins down from second, so he's got a 7 there. Puts him 5 down. He needs a mark right here to stay in contention. And there's his chance.
Okay, see what Harrett can do here. He's on a spare.
Very deliberate. Oh, that was a good hit, Alan.
It was right on the head pin, Jack.
Oh, good pressure shot there by Mike Benedum. Puts him in the ball game. Jerry Harris picks it. You know, I think last week Cynthia Schofield made this shot, Al. 4, 7, 8, and 10 without any wood. Let's just see what Jerry now. That wood, he can get by that wood, I think. It's very hard from our vantage point here, too. Look at that.
Oh, that was a great shot.
2 shots in 2 weeks, Al.
Yeah.
4, 7, 8, and 10. Think about it.
I'm thinking. Oh, that's a great shot, Jack.
That's a great shot. I'll tell you, this match's starting to heat up. Don't go away. I'll tell you right now. Go get your Coca-Cola and your chips and sit down. And we're going to have a great finish here with the men and the women.
There's Randy Sloan, my good hit there.
And my kind of bowler.
Okay. Randy Sloanwood, 78 after 6. Norman Bennett picked up 5 in his spare. He puts him 63 after 6.
Randy's going to play the wood here, Al. He's got the 9-10. He's going to play the wood here. Watch. Okay, I've been wrong. I would have played the wood there. Tried some action. I mean, Randy, I would think is home free here. Yeah, the little fun league we have, Al, that we bowl at the Kmart on Wednesday nights, and we just brought in a couple that never ever bowled before and having a ball. Judy and Bob Dowling, just having a ball. Never bowled before. Real competitive. Threw a few bowling balls when he was a real young kid. But Bobby Dowling, Dension Clearing up on Wise Road, is bowling a 98 average.
Jack, that's very, very good, isn't it?
Excellent.
Mm.
Oh, good cleanup there by Randy Sloan.
Well, we should expect to see him on TV pretty soon, shouldn't we?
He's got that kind of talent. Well, Al, we'll just wait for Norm Bennett to finish up here. He picks up an 8. And he puts him at 79, and we're going to go to the scoreboard, and then after that, we're going to be bowling for bucks, and right now, it looks like bowling for dollars. Who are we going to pick bowling for dollars? Well, it's going to be Randy Slomwhite, no question. So what we'll do, Al, is there we are. We're on the scoreboard, and we're looking at the ladies right now, and Alma Boyce, Al is at 87 for 8 boxes. She's got a bonus ball working for her. Started with a spear in the first frame, and it's pinned very well. She has an 8 and a 7 in there, but Alma will take an 8 and a 7 to go at 87 for 8 with a bonus ball working for her. She's in first place. Then you get Eileen Graham, who started with 3 10s and had a 7 and an 8, but also has another 10 and a 9 with a spear working for her in the 8. She's at 74, and she's in third place. And then we have Stella McLean, who has got 2 beautiful shots here in the 7th and 8th. She's at 71, I believe, for 8 boxes. No, she is at 71. No, I think the scoreboard is showing 73. I better start reading the scoreboard here, Al.
Yes, Jack. Excuse me. I think the scoreboard is 73.
That's right. Yeah, I have a little mistake going through my calculations here, but she's at 73 with a bonus ball working for her, and she's in 4th spot. Norma Hilchey, who's at 79, is in 2nd spot, but you got to remember that Eileen Graham is at 74 with a bonus ball working for her. She's only 5 down from Norma. Stella McLean is at 73 with a bonus ball working. She's only down 6 pins, but Norma Hilchey has 1 mark with 8 on it. Had a great chance there in the 8th frame to get the spear. She had the 7 and 8 standing. Unfortunately, she played the wood that she thought would give her the mark, but unfortunately it didn't. Or fortunately it didn't. And she ends up with a 70 or a 10 box, I should say. So after 8 boxes, we have in first place with the ladies, Alma Boyce. She's at 87 with a bonus ball working for her. In second place is Norma Hilchey at 79 with no marks working. Stella McLean is in 4th spot at 73 with a spear working. And in second place, or third place, I should say, is Eileen Graham. She's at 74 with a spear working. So Stella's only 1 down from Eileen Graham, and both those ladies are open. And, of course, Alma Boyce in first spot at 87 with a bonus ball working for her. Then we go to the men. Jerry Harrod to 2 spears. Never had a spear for the first 6 boxes. Stands up, gets a good mark in the 7th and another mark in the 8th. He's at 82, 2 over par with a bonus ball working for him. Mike Venenum, who is at 73 with a bonus ball working for him in the 8th frame. That was his first mark in the 8th. And then you got Norm Bennett, who I thought should be running away with it, hands down, and he knows when he watches this show he's going to be very disappointed. He's bowled 8 boxes. Al only has 1 mark. He's probably missed 5 marks in those 8 boxes that he knew that were fairly routine for him. And we're not picking on Norm Bennett by any means, but he's a good 115, 120 average bowler, and you just don't miss those kind of shots, at least in my books. Randy Slomwhite just started the way you want to start, and he's my kind of bowler, Al. He just picks the ball up, and I'll use the term here. He just biffs it, and Randy started out with a double strike, won the case of Coke in the first box. He's at 97, 17 over with a bonus ball working for him. He's gonna be bowling for bucks, but after 8 boxes, we have in first place Randy. He's at 97 with a bonus ball working for him. Jerry Harrod's in 2nd spot. He's got a bonus ball working for him. In 3rd is Mike Venenum at Norm Bennett at 79. And Mike Venenum is a very, very close 3rd and 2nd. He's at 73. So, Al, it should be a very, very good finish with the women and with the men, especially for second place. First place is pretty well wrapped up with the Randy Sloan. Will finish first for the men, and Alma Boyce should finish first for the lady. But second place is up for grabs in the female and male division.
Okay, Jack, thank you very much. It was a super wrap-up. Now it's time for the Canards Bowling for Bucks, and of course this is where the viewer at home writes in. And Jack, you've already announced who you drew for tonight, and who was it again?
Frances McDougall. I hope I pronounced that right. 6182 Duncan Street. She's got her apartment number here, but I'll call later, Frances. I won't put it on the air. It's in Halifax, and it's B3L 1K2, and it looks like Randy Slonwhite is going to be throwing that strike ball for you.
Okay.
And
Francis, here's Randy Slonwhite. If he gets a strike, it's worth $25.
Nice little letter here, too, Al. And... Oh.
Yeah, does he?
Get over.
He might. Oh. Well, I'll tell you, Francis, Randy sure tried for you. So let's see if he can spare this up. The spare is worth $15. Whoops. Okay, Randy. Now, Francis, we're down to $1 a pin. They're good for $9. You might get 10. Whoops. Okay, 9. Okay. Thank you, Randy Slonwhite. On behalf of Frances McDougall, Francis will be sending you out a check. Compliments of Canards. You have just won tonight on the Canards Bowling for Bucks. You have won $9. It looked like it was going to be $25, Jack.
It should have been, and Randy's had trouble with single pins tonight. If they all don't go down in the first ball, it just doesn't seem to, he can't knock them down with the second or the third, but good try there by Randy.
Okay, I guess we're ready to resume the competition here, Jack.
Sure, we'll get back to the action here, Al.
Back to the ladies. We've got Elma Boyce, left-hand portion of your screen, blue shirt, and Eileen Graham in the red top. Elma is your leader. Elma's on the spare, Eileen's on the spare. Ooh, good count there.
Good 7. She was on her mark. Now, Eileen needs a real big count.
No, Eileen picking up 3 only on that, Jack. Elma's got a good spare chance here, too, Jack.
Oh, a little fine, good shot. Put the ball in the right spot, just a little thin. Elma gets an 8, puts her at 102. It's 2 big pins down here for Eileen.
Now Eileen comes out of that with a 9.
She's at 86, Al. Right now in second place is Norma Hilchey. She's at 79. So if Eileen gets a mark here with 4 or 5 on it, it's going to force Norma into a mark. But Stella McLean is still in the game too. She's at 73 for 8, and she's got a ball working. Oh, good break. Eileen's made that shot before.
As you say, Jack, Elma looks pretty solid now in first, but the second place is still up for grabs.
That's a good shot there by Elma. Just took out the number 1 pin. This is a must.
Now there's a 8 for Elma. That gives her a fine score of 110, Jack. That's pretty good.
Great bowling.
9 there for Eileen Graham, puts Eileen at 95.
Now that puts her on the borderline, but right now if Norma Hilchey gets 17, that'll put her at 96. But the one to watch right here is Stella McLean. She's at 73, but she has a spare working, so.
And she's had 2 spares in a row, Jack.
That's right. 2 good shots. She needs a bunch.
Well, look at the count on that.
She's
good 8 count there for Stella McLean.
Puts her in second place now, Al. She's 2 pins up on Norma Hilchey. There's Norma going there. Okay, now Stella's got almost an impossible spare. 4-5. Norma's got a great chance here.
Yeah,
5-7. All she got to do, Alan, is hit the red band of this wood. Right there, you see it. She hits that, she's got it.
Nice shot, Norma. So, Jack, who's in second place now?
Second place right now is Stella McLean. She's at 90. But Norma Hilchey bowling beside her, who's at 89, but has a ball working. She needs 2 to go over something. Now, they both have a box remaining. Now, Stella's up against it here. She's got to bowl first. But Stella can put some pressure on her here, Al, if she gets a good spear chance. Not what she wanted. Okay. Now, Norma must get 1 to tie, 2 to go ahead. That's her ball. She's bounced it. She got 5. That puts her at 94, Al. She's 4 up on Stella. Stella's going to spear this. Now,
there we have it. Norma Hilche
will finish second.
Jack, this turned into be quite a good match. It's a
great match.
It was very, very slow at the start for the first six boxes, but I'll tell you, they both the men and the ladies turned this thing right around.
That's right. Well, look at that. Alma Boys finishes first for the women, 1:10, or I should say 1:10. Norma Hilche finished at 1:01, and I know that Stella McLean, the fine bowler she is, she'll be back for that last week. She finished at 99, Eileen Graham at 95, so fine bowling there by the female. Now, we're getting into this is a real tight match too, Al. Don't go away. Stay tuned. These fellows are very, very close.
Jerry Harrod, left-hand portion of your screen. Harrod's open on a spare here.
And right now, Harrod's in second place.
This is week number 7 of the Coca-Cola TV Skins Challenge. If anyone just joined us, Harrod picked up a good 7 count on that, Jack.
Mike was also on a mark and picked up 6. Puts him at 79. He's 10 down. Now, this bad piece of wood here for Jerry Harrod. He could leave the 5-pin. No problem. Great shot. Hits
nice
up
shot.
High. Mike.
Okay. That gives Harrod, what now, Jack? 3 spares in a row?
3 in a row, Al, and Mike.
Which is the more typical. That's exactly what we would expect from Harrod.
That's right. I mean, none of these boys are bowling under 115 average, I don't think, Al. And Mike Benham, this is the first time we've seen him on in this competition that we have running right now, but we'll see Mike back for the last week.
I'd say, Jack, too, here it's probably more like about 120 average bowler, would you say?
Well, probably about 125, Al.
125, is that high?
Oh, yes. Mike's going to have to come back and requalify.
Nice, smooth delivery there by Harrod. Good cleanup by Harrod. Puts Harrod 114, I guess it is, Jack. And Mike Benedum ended up with a 99.
Well, we know that Mike is going to have to come back and qualify. Now, what Norm Bennett needs, he's at 79. He needs 2 marks.
Randy Slonmite's on a spare there. He picks up 8. He doesn't have to worry because he's in easy
105 for 8.
Easy first place here.
Big mark here.
Oh, bad break there for Norman
Norm's
Bennett.
going to have to get a double strike to beat out Jerry Harrod.
Okay, Randy Slonmite, our leader. Right now, he's 115 after 9. And as you say, Jack, for Norman Bennett on the left-hand portion of the screen, he needs a double strike. If he doesn't get that, he's gone.
Double strike with 9. Don't go away.
Oh, there's one.
Don't go away.
They say, Jack, that for a match that started off kind of slow, it's really changed. It's time to wake up here again.
Great spear there for Randy Slonmite. Randy had the makings of a big, big game here tonight, Al. I mean, of course, he couldn't care less how big it is as long as he makes it on the Coca-Cola Skins Challenge board, which he's going to finish first. He's at 125 and now watch Norm Bennett needs a double. Oh, he was in the pocket too. I'll tell you, he knew it. Well, there you have it, Al. Week 7 completed. Fine game. Randy Slonwhite at 130, Norm Bennett at 105, Mike Fenningham at 99, and finishing second was Jerry Harrod at 114. I think we should go to the scoreboard and give the viewers a good rundown here of this great match. It was a little slow in starting, Al. We only had about 2 or 3 marks in the first, I think, 30 or 40 boxes, but the ladies brought it home well, and so did the men. Now we're looking at the scoreboard. Alma Boyce finished very, very well. Al bowled 110. I think this was almost his 3rd time on. The 2nd time she lost by a roll-off with Carolyn Slonwhite, but came back this week. She will be definitely going on the board with a fine game of 110.
Well, Jack, like I said, you know, I really feel Alma did deserve to win because, as you say, the last time she tied, and she lost off in the roll-off, which of course is fair. Those were the rules. But you know, to come that close and not lose, it's good to see her win tonight.
That's right.
That's my point.
She participates in all our competition we have here that pertaining to whether it's mixed bowling or team events or individual or what have you. And she's a fine bowler, and so the whole family's a great bowling. They have a lot of fun together, and you know, they're just a great athlete family. Eileen Graham, who I thought had some real tough breaks down here tonight, Al. She had 1 spare with 3 on it. She finished with a 95, and Eileen started with 3 10s. Had a couple of good spare chances earlier on, but missed them in a couple of single pins and what have you. But, however, Eileen will be back to qualify. She did qualify to get here at 588, so she's got a lot of potential, and we'll see Eileen back here again. Stella McLean, who had a chance to finish 2nd. And Stella started with a 6. Didn't pin all that well for Stella, and wasn't that consistent on the front pin, but bowled really, really good. She finished with 99, and I know she's going to look at this and say, well, look, I had this chance, I had that chance. But Stella, you just weren't consistent on that front pin, so hopefully we'll see you back for the last show. We want to see you back here because you're a great sport, and, you know, we just love the way you bowl, and you're a great competitor. Finishing 2nd at 101L was Norma Hilche, who got the big spear in the 9th frame with 5 on it to go ahead of Stella McLean by 4 pins, but Norma ended up with a 7 box, and Stella ended up with a 9, so there was 2 pins in the difference. So your winners tonight in the ladies division was Alma Boyce at 110 and Norma Hilche at 101. Then you go down to the men, and Jerry Harrod, Al, like you hit the nail on the head when you said he got 3 in a row, and that's the type of bowler he is. He should do that, no problem. Finished with a fine game of 114, will finish 2nd. Mike Fenningham, 1 spare for 99. He's a much better bowler than that, and hopefully we'll see Mike back for the last show. The last show in the qualifying, that is. Norm Bennett, who's a guy that should have really and truly had this whole thing wrapped up, should have had about 150 game. Started with 3 10s and a couple of 9s. He had 5 golden spear chances in the first 5 boxes out and didn't get 1. Got his first mark in the 6th frame, and a strike going out in the last frame, which he needed a double to probably nip out Jerry Harrod, but unfortunately he didn't get the double. He finished at 105, but I know that when Norm looks at this show, he's going to say, you know, should have had a 130, 140 game very, very easy. And Randy Slonwhite come out, picked the ball up, threw it down the alley, got a double strike, no problem at all. Blew his other 3 partners right off the lanes, and just coasted home to a fine game of 130, and Randy's my kind of bowler. He seems to bowl up there with no fair, Al, couldn't care less, and gets the job done. He did miss a couple of early good spare chances, I should say, in the couple of boxes there in the 5th and 6th frame, but however, the fine game for Randy at 130, and he couldn't care if it's at 115. He made the board, so your winners in the men tonight were Randy Slonwhite with a fine game at 130 and Jerry Harrod at 114.
Well, Jack, that's, as usual, a super great wrap-up, and that does conclude, as you say, week number 7 of the qualifying weeks for the Coca-Cola TV Skins Challenge. So next week, we've got the last qualifying week, and then we're into the skins game.
Oh, we're into the money.
The fun starts. Yes, it's just great. But anyway, you know, it's been a good series, and the response to it's been really good, and it's a great format. It's really going well. So as you say, that's tonight, and also tonight we'd like to just mention again our congratulations to Frances McDougall, 6182 Duncan Street, Halifax, who wrote in, and she wrote in the Canards bowling for bucks, and Randy Slonwhite bowled for her. It looked like he was going to get a strike, which would have been worth $25. Then it looked like it was going to be a spare. which would have been worth $15, but it still ended up as $9, in which case she gets $1 a pin for $9. The reason I mentioned that, Jack, in her letter to us, she asked for a bit of an explanation as to how that works. So, Francis, I hope that does explain it to you and for anyone else who wasn't sure either. So, Jack, next week, you and Craig. I'm going to be in Miami, so I'll be thinking of you.
Look, Al, it's been fun working with you the last couple of weeks, Al, and we always have a lot of fun, and we've had 2 marvelous shows. The one last week was great, and this week was just as great, and we had some good scores, and it's just a pleasure to work for you, and I think you should be back here with Craig, and I should be going to Florida, but however...
No way.
Great show, Al.
Okay. Well, let's wrap this up, Jack. We're getting the high sign here. So, say this concludes week number 7 of the Coca-Cola TV Skins Challenge. I'm Alan Peters, and on behalf of Jack James, we've enjoyed doing the show. We hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you very much for watching. Have a good evening.
Good night.